Hey guys, Ancap24 here from SmartMadden.com, coming back with another video with the Y out halfback swing play, looking at cover 4 coverage today, looking at the tight offset tight end formation. You'll see that we're going to be in the package HB1. We're going to go ahead and bring you this play and show you how we can beat cover 4 with plays over the top, to the sideline, underneath, everywhere. Be able just to dominate cover 4 with this play. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. So the first way we're going to beat cover 4 is take a look at our base setup that we've been doing for each coverage. And what that was basically to put the X on a streak and take this B and move him over. Now with this setup against cover 4, it's only going to work in the middle of the field or the right side of the field. Do not try this on the short side of the field because that Y receiver doesn't have enough room to get the separation he needs. So all we're going to do here again is hit this Y receiver. As soon as he does his cut, you're going to be able to throw it down. Try to throw it more flat, where you're kind of making it an out route rather than throw it up the field. It's going to be able to be open that way, and you're going to be able to beat cover 4 pretty easily by doing this and knowing that if it's cover 3, cover 4, cover 2, it's all going to be the same setup to hit that player. Just hit him on his break and throw it flat. Now that first setup was a middle and a right only setup. This is going to be a left only setup, so you can kind of use it in conjunction with that other play, and it's a very similar concept. What you're going to do is you're going to take this wide receiver and you're going to move him over to the right, and you're going to go ahead and streak him, and you're going to go ahead and put the B and put him on a flat. That's all you're going to do. What you're going to see is when the A makes his break, you're going to hit it. As soon as he hits his break, you're going to have a nice little spot where you're going to be able to hit him. So here you go. As soon as he makes the break, you throw it right there, and it's going to be an easy little 8 to 12 yard play. I'll show it to you one more time. Go ahead and move this guy over, put him on a streak, put the B on a flat. And again, as soon as the A gets on his break, you're going to be able to hit him right there. Very easy, 8 to 10 yards, real consistently. It's a hole in the cover 4 that you're making, and that route combination does a great job of hitting it. This next cover 4 setup is a great play to get the B receiver over the top for the easy score. Now we're going to show you a setup where you're going to have two different options. You're going to have the ability to go over the top to the B receiver, then also a dump off pass just in case you get a little bit more pressure, or you just want to get 8 to 10 yards pretty easily. So let's go ahead and show you the setup now. What you're going to do is you're going to put the X on a curl. You're going to put the A on a streak. Now, this can work anywhere in the field. It can be the middle, left, or right. So let's go ahead and show you this first, and we're going to go over to the B receiver over the top. You're going to see that the B receiver basically gets open, and you're just going to be able to throw this, go over the top. That guy gets nowhere near anybody because those safeties kind of jump that curl corner route. Now, from the left side or the middle, what you're going to see here is that this X receiver on that curl, same exact setup, is going to be able to be in no man's land, and you're just going to be able to fire him right there for the easy 10 to 15 yards. So if you get any pressure, you can be able to throw it there if you don't want to go over the top. And a nice setup to go ahead and complement that is the same exact thing, A on a streak, X on a curl, and you can move the A over. And what I find is this kind of gets everybody lost a little bit more, and you can hit that X receiver as well. And you just kind of hit him right there underneath. And that's just a demoralizing play when you need 15 yards and you're able to hit that play for the run and catch. This next setup is something that is also another base play where it beats all coverages, and we've already shown you in the man coverage and the cover 3 video, and we'll go ahead and show you later in the cover 2 video the same exact setup. So you definitely want to star this one. And what you do is you go ahead and put the X on a streak and you move the Y over. You put the A on a streak and put the B on an in, okay? So that's the setup right there. We showed you against man coverage. You can hit that Y receiver. On cover 3, you're going to be hitting that Y receiver as soon as everybody jumps the B, and it's the same exact way against cover 4. When everybody jumps that B, you're going to be able to hit the Y over his head. Now let's go ahead and show it to you now. See, the B comes across. As soon as it does, he gets that attention there, and you're going to be able to easily get the Y receiver open. What happens on this play, and I'll show it to you one more time, is that the X goes ahead and drives both those guys on the left-hand side, both the safety and the corner, deep, while the Y, because there's no threat on the left-hand side of the field, basically gets kind of lost. And by putting the A on a streak, it'll take the right side. That B on the in will go ahead and take that one player that's going to be in that purple zone, to be able to bite on him because he's the first threat, and you're going to be able to hit this Y pretty easily. So that's one of my favorite plays of this formation because it beats all coverages. Before we get into any over-the-top plays, because you know I like the one-play touchdown type setup, so I'm going to show you a couple different things we can do about just kind of moving the chains. And the first setup here, what I want to show you is we can kind of make a 4 verticals type situation where we move this Y over, we put the A on a streak, and put the B on a fade. Okay, if you look at it right now, what's really good, and I do this from the left side only because I see that it makes the best sense for the left side only, is against cover 4, this X receiver on the drag will be open with a lot of space to run. You know, you see this in a lot of different streams, a lot of times where people do that drag behind the 4 verticals. Very similar concept. Do the same exact thing with this play because it's already built in, and you'll see how we can hit this X receiver. See how everybody just drops off, you're able to hit this X receiver, and you're able to get some extra yards after the catch. Now, I said this is a left-only setup. Now, if you're in the middle of the field and you want to do something similar, or the right side, it doesn't matter. This one does it for any. We're going to get a running back involved. Same exact setup, though. You're going to put this guy over, put the A on a streak, put the B on the fade. And what typically happens if it's in the middle of the right field is that one DB that's in the purple zone on the right-hand side is going to go ahead and get to that X a little bit quicker, and you're only going to get about a 3-yard gain. But what we'd like to do here now is to dump it off to this purple swing route with the X being a lead blocker, be able to get that guy, set up your block, and get some extra yardage afterwards. So let's go take a look at it right now. So you go ahead and see that X goes across, you're going to hit the RB. Now you're going to set up that block so you get some easy yardage here and get some little bit more yards after the catch by making some juke moves there. Now we're going to go ahead and repeat a different concept that we showed you in a different video earlier against cover 3 and man coverage. What you're going to be able to do is put this A receiver and motion him out to the right and put the B on a fade. What that's going to do is going to be able to get to this ball to this A receiver before that purple route gets to him. That one route, the one DB behind him is going to be on a deep blue, so he's not going to be able to jump the A route. The only person who can possibly do it is the guy who actually has the C over his name right now. Now, you want to make sure this is a left-only setup because if it's in the middle of the right, that guy will get there quick enough to make that cutoff. If it's on the left, he does not. So let's go ahead and show it to you. You're going to see that you want to go ahead to this, and always make sure you press the A on this for a possession catch. I run it a couple of times just to show you how consistent it is. And what you're going to do is make sure you get the B on that fade, and go ahead and just make sure you're in the left-hand hash, and make sure you got, you're already pressing A for the A receiver. Just hold that A again, make sure that it's possession catch, because that's going to be the way you're going to be able to catch this ball on the right-hand side in that little right against the sideline, getting that toe touch. So you're going to see again here, he just doesn't get there, gets the possession catch for the easy, it looks like about 10 to 12 yards. Now what we're going to do is put it on the right side and show you how we can do this to the right side using the opposite. I mean, we can always flip the play, but we can go ahead and use this Y receiver the same exact way we just did the other one did. And you're going to see it's the same exact results. And you're going to be able to hit that guy on that corner. It's the same exact thing, guys. So on the left side, you can go to the right route. On the right side, you can go ahead and motion this guy out, put the X on a fade, and show that you can go ahead and do the same exact thing, really trying to confuse your opponents, get him out of that cover 4, because there's just nothing he can do at that point. Now we're going to end this video with 3 different ways to get this B receiver over the top open. Okay, I know this is more of a one-play touchdown type last 3 plays, and it's just different ways to do it depending on what you prefer. Now this first setup is a middle or right only setup, and I feel like the right works a little bit better than the middle, but you can do it in the middle or anywhere in between the middle and the right. So what you do is you put the A on a streak, and you go ahead and motion him to the left hand side, and you put the RB, the running back here, on a streak as well. What that's going to do is, because of the delayed streak, it's going to keep that player on the right-hand side from going from right to left when you're looking at that safety that's deep above the B. So the A is going to drive the other player off, the Y is going to drive the player to the left, leaving the B open over the top for a catch and score in this situation. Now, this isn't my favorite setup only because you go ahead and you send out 5 receivers. This is more like a cover 4 drop type situation, not a if they're rushing or doing any type of cover 4 blitzes. Once you get to the point where they're not blitzing you anymore, I'll kind of go to this and use the X as a dump off route if need be, if they get any type of pressure on me. So let's go ahead and show it to you now. Alright, so watch that B receiver, the guy that he's covering. You're going to see that nobody's going to get to him. You're going to be able to throw that ball right there behind that one streak that we did for the easy score. So this next setup is really fun because it's really a great play to use in conjunctions with the PA shot seams play that I've already broke down in different videos. What we did in that PA shot seams play is the X was in that really speed out run, and what we like to motion that X out 3 steps and hike it. And you know, you've seen in streams and different type online play that that's an overpowered ability to get that guy open. We're going to use that same motion, and that's all we're going to do besides blocking the running back. And you're going to see that we're going to be able to get this B over the top by doing so. So I'll show you here what I mean. We're going to hike this guy a couple steps, hike it. It's going to look like it's that speed out. Now watch the B receiver. Nobody is going to be near him. This is going to work best in the middle or the right hand side, not on the left hand side. And I'm going to show it to you one more time, and then I'll put it in instant replay. Can you see why? So go ahead and you just hike it over here 3 steps. You're going to wait for the B to get open, and just nobody, right? And the reason why that is, I'm going to show you an instant replay right now. So let's go ahead and watch the safety on the right-hand side. When he goes deep, what you're going to see is that he's got responsibility for a quarter of the field. Okay, that's what cover 4 represents. The left guy's got the left quarter, the middle safety's got the middle left quarter, the right safety has the right quarter, but the guy we're attacking right now, which I'm going to go ahead and show you which guy I'm talking about, this guy right here, he's got the middle to right quarter, right? Well, what he does is he ends up only going to the middle of the field and then stopping. This guy here gets all 3 of those guys' attention. And watch that middle, that one safety we were talking about before. He stops as soon as I know he gets that middle part of the field that's indicated by the goalpost. You know, he stops, and when he stops, this guy just gets wide open. All right. So this last cover 4 beater is a left-only hash play, and it requires no adjustments. Only a special rollout that I'll teach you here in a second to get this player open. Now we're going to get the B open, but I want to make sure I preface this before I do the play. This play works because of speed relationship, and if you have in there in the lab and you see that some of the setups that I go ahead and show you don't work as consistently, try moving your players around to mirror what I have going on. For this setup, I always have a fast guy at X, a fast guy at A, and my Y and my B's are not that fast. Roddy White's at 84, and on the right-hand side, Eric Weems here is at 87. The reason why that's important is because if sometimes you guys want, like in a butt situation or whatnot, you want to get all guys that are 93, 94, 95, 97 speeds, it's not all going to work the same way because of the way that the player gets to the secondary has to be in levels concepts. Okay, so if Eric Weems was a 94 and Julio Jones is at 87, Weems is going to beat that player down the field. They're going to go ahead and grab Weems first and not Julio Jones. Okay, so I want to make sure you understand when you look at my plays and when I show it to you, you want to make sure that you get the right people in places in order to make them work. Don't be afraid of having slow players on your team because there is a good use for them in a lot of different concepts. So let's go ahead, after I've shown you that, let's show you the play here and show you how this can work. So all you're going to do is you're going to stay in the pocket as long as you can, and then you have the opportunity to roll to the left. You're going to do so, and you're going to see that this B receiver is wide open right there for the corner route. Now, the reason why this is because it takes him so long to have this play develop for him that that one safety decides that he's going to jump the wide receiver and stay there. If the B was faster, that player would go ahead and jump him. I'm going to show you an example. I'm going to go to the right side, and I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I flip this play, and I'm going to go ahead and do the same exact thing with my X receiver, but my X receiver is faster. So watch this. I'm going to stay in here. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get around the edge. Now you're going to see that the guy actually goes ahead and he covers him because of the fact that he's a faster player. But if I go ahead and do it to the left side, due to the fact that this player is slower, you're going to see that that's not the case. So the idea here is to stay in the pocket as long as you can, then you want to roll out to the left, and once you do so, you're going to be able to throw this ball over the top to this player because the other guy bites on the left receiver. I'll show it to you one more time. So you're going to stay in the pocket as long as you can, then you kind of want to do a little bit of a rollout. You're going to see that the guy's wide open, and you're going to be able to throw it to him, get that A possession catch for the easy score. Now there is one other way you can kind of do it without staying inside the pocket. You can kind of do a rollout where you kind of do a elongated kind of curve rollout like this. I'll show you. So you can also get a little bit more depth here and kind of go roundabout. And then you can see here, collect yourself, throw the ball deep. He's going to be wide open in the corner just as well. So it doesn't matter how you do it, just make sure that you buy a little bit more time, find out what works for you and your quarterback, and make that work. Now, this is the Cover 4 video, guys. I appreciate your watching. AntCap24 from SmartMadden.com. Check out our website to get the play call sheets that are going to be associated with these plays. We have the whole Denver Broncos formation scheme series. We did a bunch of them, and that's all set. You guys can get the whole book there for a discounted price right now. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate the support, guys. Have a great day. Thank you.